For lab 6, you're going to need the following equipment. You're going to need a bag that's in your kit. You can identify it as a compass and a magnet in it. And if I look in that bag, it should have the following items. It should have a compass. It should have 3 spools of wire. So there's 1, 2, the third one's missing because I used it in the kit. You should see 3 things of wire. There should be a rubber band. There should be a nail. There's some paper clips. And there are 2 magnets in there. These are called neodymium magnets. They're very, very strong. This one, notice, is chipped. That might happen. Just be a little careful. Those could be a little sharp, but so if you're just careful, it won't be a problem. But don't worry if it's chipped. You haven't harmed anything. To separate them, they're very strong. You'll never be able to pull them apart this way. So to separate them, you can just simply slide them to the side. Okay. So you should have those 2 magnets. You want to be careful about letting these 2. The reason these chipped is that they were kind of let free when they were too far apart from each other and they went flying together and stuck. You want to be careful you don't get your finger pinched between there. However, if you're careful and you're just using strength, you can go ahead and just let the fingers kind of come together and let them go like that. But be careful, don't pinch your finger. You can do that quite well. You're going to want to separate them later, as you'll see. You're going to want some foil that's in the box. From last week's lab, you're going to want your battery pack. You're going to want at least 2, and you might need up to 4 of your wires. You also might want your tape measure because we're going to identify this wire by its length, and so you can measure the wire. But there's one really long one, there's one medium length one, and there's one short one. The short one is used in the optional build a motor part that isn't required for you to do. You're also going to need either some tape will be very handy. You'll need some kind of a writing instrument. I kind of recommend a Sharpie because you're going to write on these magnets. And you're going to need some way to cut the insulation off of this wire. If you have some wire strippers, that's great. You can use those. If you don't panic about it. You can just use a knife and I'll show you how to strip the wire off the end.